Hello, everyone, and welcome to Kindy Rockstars. This is the show that gives you the stories behind the songs from some of the best bands and singers that are making fun, informative, educational, catchy, and occasionally silly songs for children and families. I'm your host, Patrick Adams, and each episode of Kindy Rockstars will feature an artist and a featured song. So let's get to this week's show. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Kindy Rockstars. Joining me tonight, good friend of the show, Charlotte Talbot, better known as Cee Bee Teatime. Welcome back.
Thanks, Patrick. It's lovely to be back.
Awesome. Well, we are going to be talking about a couple of different songs tonight with Cee Bee Teatime. But first, let me know, what have you been up to since the last time we talked?
Goodness, quite a lot, actually, I'm happy to say. First of all, can I just say, Patrick, that the thing I love about your podcast is how many different people you interview. And not just that, because that almost goes without saying, but it's just how the different people, even though we're so often inspired by the same things, interpret those ideas in such different ways. So the variety is just broad and wonderful. So your show really expresses that, and I love that.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Not only that, just it inspires you to see all the creativity, and like, I never thought of that, but that's really interesting and creative what you've done, and the different musical styles too. You know, like I've said many times on the show that any genre of music can, you know, make their way into children's music. And, you know, we see more and more of that as I interview different people. So it's great.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I think also lovely to see that you've been winning a few awards, because I think that award-winning artist is a really nice label to have. And I'd say it's probably something I'd aspire to.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
So what have I been up to? Well, we all know that video is a really important part of children's music, and I haven't really embarked on that until now. So one of the major things that I'm doing, I'm given that the idea of Cee Bee Teatime, I mean, in my head, it's always been that in the time it takes you to make a cup of tea, I can take your child on a magical musical tour, and maybe with a new song or maybe with an old favorite. And also the idea being that maybe the parent wants to bring the cup of tea and, you know, watch, join in, come along for the ride. So for that, I really need video. So I'm currently doing a course called Courage on Camera, which you might have heard of. It's run by Tina and Mark Harris of La La fame in Australia. So I don't know if you have heard of them, but that's a really good thing for me to be doing, because I'm learning heaps, and it's also just pushing me. It's keeping me accountable. And I think actually that's the main thing, is having something pushing you to keep going at something. So that's one thing I've been doing, really enjoying that. So I will be starting to post some videos soon on Facebook and YouTube when I get my act together. So that's exciting. I've been involving my little children's singing group in a nearby town called Geraldine, and involving them in some recording as well. So their voices are appearing on some of the upcoming songs, one of which you'll hear today. So I've also recently been invited to form a creative singing group, or creative music, perhaps is a better description, at our local primary school. And that's great fun, because I get to sing with them, but also we're working on writing our own song with the children's contribution. And that's really inspiring for me. And I think they're finding it great fun too. So that is the school where I had Rubbish in a Bin recorded. They brought their voices onto the Rubbish in a Bin song, which we'll talk about more later. I also performed or shared a couple of songs at our local Fringe Theatre Festival, which was great fun. I had a fantastic audience, and they were so responsive, and there was quite a lot of participation from them too. So I thoroughly enjoyed that. And I've done a little music story time at our local library with some children, which was great fun too. And they responded so well that it was exciting to have that level of uptake. And I've been doing all my usual music and movement sessions, all the things we've talked about before. And the final thing is that Oscar, who has been my music producer, my son that we've talked about before, I always knew that he'd head away at some point and I'd lose him for a period of time. And I wouldn't want to stop. So since he's gone, I've taken a lot of songs that we'd got to quite a good point, and I've handed them on to the wonderful Levity Beat of Wild Beat Productions.
Oh, wow.
Here in our South Island. And he's been doing some mixing for me. And he's also done what I call sprinkling a bit of his fairy dust on the songs, maybe putting in an extra beat or an extra little sound, and then just mixing. And that's been a really good experience. He's great to work with. And he also can call himself an award-winning artist. So that's exciting too. So lots of new stuff coming up, Patrick.
Yeah, no, it's great. You know, I remember interviewing you in season 1, and just from season 1 until now, the growth of Cee Bee Teatime, I feel like I'm watching it grow as we chat every time. So congratulations to you. This all sounds really exciting.
Oh, thank you, Patrick. I always wanted it to be organic. I'm not very pushy. I'm not good at being pushy. That really doesn't come naturally to me. So I love this. I'd call it slow organic growth is exactly what I hoped for. Right.
All right. Well, let's talk about Rubbish in a Bin. I think you started touching on it a little bit, but let's go ahead and talk about that song first and how it came about, what inspired it.
Well, Rubbish in a Bin was probably one of the first songs actually that I wrote and was inspired during the lockdown 2020, I know so many songs were. Walking every day, we live on a farm, as some people will know, and I was just horrified at the amount of rubbish or trash or waste discarded, people just throwing it out of the car windows. And I found this really distressing. And I thought, why can't people just save it up and throw it in the rubbish bin? I mean, what's so difficult about this? I still think the same thing. But as I walked along, the rhythm came and a few words came, and throw your rubbish. And I love words too, as I suppose most of us do. And I love the English language, and I love taking a word and seeing how many different ways it can be used. So the word throw is probably the word that comes into play here. And I thought, well, this could be educational. This could, our council provides us with lots of different bins with different coloured lids, whether it's for waste or recycling or green waste. So let's try and encourage the children to encourage the parents to throw their rubbish in a bin. And so that's where that song came from. And I thought, this could do with children's voices. If we're going to be working and trying to encourage children to encourage their parents, let's get the children involved. So I approached our local primary school, and they were delighted that I came along. We presented the song to them. They went away and sang it with their classes. And then we came together and recorded their voices onto it. And it was just a blast. It really was fantastic fun. They thoroughly enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. The process of then bringing it to fruition was very long for two reasons. One was that our council introduced a new coloured bin, which meant I had to rewrite part of the song to incorporate that, which meant we needed to re-record a bit with the children. And with COVID and lockdowns, that took months and months. So quite a long process. So this song is one that I also, because my son had gone by the time we were getting ready to put it out there, I thought, well, why don't I get this professionally mixed and mastered? And also I applied for funding from our local Creative Communities fundraising scheme to see if I could get funding to make a professional video. And I was very fortunate, and that's all going ahead. So that project is one of the things that's going to happen next, and very exciting.
Fantastic. No, I love the message, and I love the approach. Let's get it ingrained in kids' heads, but to make sure they remind their parents too.
Absolutely. That's the battle, I think. Yeah.
All right, well, let's play the song. Here it is, Rubbish in a Bin by Cee Bee Teatime.
We might throw a party, you might throw the dice, Mum might throw a wobbly if baby throws up twice. Dad might throw a ball to me, I throw it back to to him. But there's one thing everyone should throw, that's rubbish in a bin. Throw your rubbish, throw your rubbish, throw your rubbish, throw your rubbish in a bin. Lolly wrappers, paper bags, bottles, banana skin, or leftover fish and chips, throw your rubbish in a bin. The car, the park, the street, the shop, whatever you are in, if it's garbage, junk or trash or waste, throw your rubbish in a bin. Throw your rubbish, throw your rubbish, throw your rubbish, throw your rubbish in a bin. There's Core 5 for recycling, for plants and food, kakariki. There's Fero for everything else, let's keep our country clean. And Kikarangi for glass too, if you cannot seem to find one, stockpiling's not a sin. Save the trash up till you can, throw your rubbish in a bin. If it has a lid, then lift it. If it's in the wrong place, shift it. And if no one else has biffed it, throw your rubbish in a bin. Throw your rubbish, throw your rubbish, throw your rubbish, throw your rubbish in a bin. Throw your rubbish, throw your rubbish, throw your rubbish, throw your rubbish in a bin. Throw your rubbish in a bin.
And that was Rubbish in a Bin. All right, the next song we're going to talk about is called Farm Bike Ride. So tell us a little bit about this one.
Well, when I'm not walking around the farm, I'm cycling around the farm. And I think the title says it all. This is probably one of our favorites. It's one of the favorites of some of my music and movement families. And I know it's actually probably my daughter's favorite too, because it conjures up images of home, which is of course the farm. So it's quite a special little song for us. But I also love the interaction with the children, because I have some awesome puppets, which I was able to source. And the children love the puppets, and I love the puppets. I'll be making a video at some point with the puppets. They're really good fun. And the children, the very simple actions, because it's about pedaling. So the children either lie on their backs and pedal their legs, or mothers hold their babies' legs and pedal them from the front or the back or whatever. And then there's waving. So it's a very, very simple song, but we get to make all the animal noises, and that's always good fun. And I suppose the other thing about it is that it's can be played with very simple chords on a ukulele or a guitar. So even though this has a very New Zealand feel to it, it could be sung by anyone with a guitar or a ukulele, with any animal that the children care to pick. So it doesn't have to be the animals here. It can be anything. And I suppose you could say it's Cee Bee Teatime's answer to the old favorite, Old MacDonald Had a Farm.
All right. Well, let's check it out. Here is Farm Bike Ride by Cee Bee Teatime.
When I was biking round the farm just the other day, I stopped when I saw some dairy cows to see what they would say. They said, I think that means g'day. So I said and waved goodbye and pedaled on my way. When I was biking round the farm just the other day, I stopped when I saw some woolly sheep to see what they would say. They said, I think that means g'day. So I said bye and waved goodbye and pedaled on my way. When I was biking round the farm just the other day, I stopped when I saw some horses to see what they would say. They said, I think that means g'day. So I said, yay! And waved goodbye and pedaled on my way. When I was biking round the farm just the other day, I stopped when I saw the farmer to see what he would say. He said,
G'day, how you going? Lovely day for a day.
so I said, g'day, and waved goodbye,
Kia ora.
and pedaled on my way.
And that was Farm Bike Ride. All right, the last song we're going to talk about is called Twin Fingers Party. So tell us about this song.
Well, Twin Fingers Party, if Farm Bike Ride is Cee Bee Teatime's answer to Old MacDonald Had a Farm, Twin Fingers Party is Cee Bee Teatime's answer to Where is Thumbkin? That simple action song that I think everybody learns at school. Well, sorry, preschool. I've always thought the hands, we should make a hand song about twins because we have two and they look almost identical. So why not have twins? And then why not have a party with our fingers? So that's how the song came about. We recorded it, and then I realized again that how I could incorporate children's voices into it for each finger. So I could have a different child for each finger. And that's worked really well. So I used my little Geraldine singing group, and they came and had a great session during the holidays, lots of recording, including this song. So that was fun. They were excited to be involved, and they did a great job, which I hope you'll agree with. I presented this as a mime too at our local, this is one of the ones I did at our Fringe show. And it was so funny because the adult audience were sitting there not knowing what to expect. And I said, now, this is a preschool action song. So that means that really you need to please go along with it. And can you please do all the actions? That would be fantastic. And I had half the auditorium doing, here is Thumbkin, this is his twin. And it was great, really funny. And I hadn't ever realized that it could actually be very comedic, because when you're doing middle finger, you're doing tall finger, or even when you're doing ring finger, depending on which way you put your hands, you could be saying something else to an adult. And I that just created a lot of amusement, even though I held them the right way around. It did really make everybody laugh. And so that was a very well received and amusing experience. So yeah, that's Twin Fingers Party.
All right, well, let's play it. Here it is, Twin Fingers Party by Cee Bee Teatime.
Here is one hand, he has a twin. Let's make a house and invite friends in.
Who's there? Open the door.
I am Thumbkin, this is my twin.
Hello, Thumbkin twins, come along in.
Who's there? Open the door.
I am Pointer, this is my twin.
Hello, Pointer twins, come along in.
Who's there? Open the door.
I am Tall Finger, this is my twin.
Hello, tall finger twins, come along in.
Who's there? Open the door.
I am Ring Finger, this is my twin.
Hello, ring finger twins, come along in.
Who's there? Open the door.
I am Baby, this is my twin.
Hello, baby twins, come along in.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Everybody's here!
Everyone's here now, each with their twin. Hello, everyone, let the party begin.
And that was Twin Fingers Party. All right, let everybody know where they can stream, download, or purchase the 3 songs that we featured today and where they can find and connect with you on social media.
Well, all those songs are on just about all the streaming platforms. So Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, and so forth. I'm on Spotify. I'm on YouTube at Cee Bee Teatime, spelt Ceebee Teatime. I'm on Instagram, Cee Bee Teatime 4, number 4, Kids Music, and I'm on Facebook, Cee Bee Teatime. So as long as you get the spelling right, a search for Cee Bee Teatime will bring me up anywhere.
Awesome. So what's in store for Cee Bee Teatime for the rest of 2022?
Well, first of all will be the professional video I was talking about with a production, a videographer called Brian High, very, very clever local videographer. So that's very exciting. There's going to be lots of videos on Facebook and YouTube coming up and lots more releases. And I have thought about an album. I know we've talked about an album before, and I'm just trying to work out, I've got simple action songs, I've got songs to sing and talk about, which have themes for maybe slightly older children, and I have the farm themed songs, and it's quite hard to work out which ones to group. So I'm working on that. And I have a local AMP show, which is our agricultural and pastoral show coming up, where I've been asked to do a children's session. So that should be a lot of fun too. So lots to look forward to.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm completely with you on the music videos. I feel like for children's music, I feel like I have to make a video for all of my songs, just because the visual element and the musical element are just a good package, and kids are very visual. My daughter watches videos on YouTube or things like that, and especially musical videos. So it's definitely a worthy journey that you're going on with the music videos, and I'm excited to see them.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I hope you enjoy tuning in. Thank you, Patrick.
All right. Thank you for coming back on the show, and I look forward to talking to you again soon.
Oh, it's been great, Patrick. Thanks for having me back.
All right. Take care.
Bye.